Good morning, social fam. How's it going? And hope you're all having a fantastic start to your morning. It's morning my time, Friday morning. So if you're watching this and it's a Friday morning, good morning. And if you're watching this on any other day, this is the morning, good morning. And if it's not Friday, it will be Friday soon. So basically, you want to be an entrepreneur, huh? You want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start your own business, you want to get into real estate, you want to do something for yourself, right? You don't want to work for the man, you don't want to have to do 9 to 5s, you don't want to have to wait and sit in traffic, you want to basically wake up and just be at work. Work from home, the American dream, starting your own business, offering opportunity. This is creatine, and I'm off to the gym. 8-week challenge, NLK3, short for Norman Lloyd Kinsey III. Entrepreneur in the Silicon Valley, started a first company in 2010. I'm a 7-year entrepreneur, now innovating the real estate industry with Support RE. Now, you want to be an entrepreneur, and you have this great idea, or you're starting out, and you want to get going, whatever the case may be. Now, there's a couple things you need to understand, and there's reasons why there's motivational videos and seminars about, running your own business and this and that and everything else, right? And some things that you need to take in consideration is that this world that we live is an intricate system, meaning from birth, as you were born, you have been programmed. You've been programmed to basically learn how to speak a language. You've been programmed to have good communication skills. Hopefully, if your family and your mother and father have good communication skills. You've been programmed to go to school. You've been programmed to eat. And maybe you eat healthy. Maybe you don't eat healthy. It's all based off of your basically parents, right? So some individuals are like, man, I wish I had better parents because I ate like shit and then I was fat and then I had to lose weight and then I had to do this and I had to do that. Well, basically, we're all subject to, this system. We're all subject to what our folks, parents, mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever raised you, were taught, right? And it just gets passed down. It's a generational thing. It's passed down and passed down and passed down and passed down. So becoming an entrepreneur, is probably like on a percentile, like what, 10% of people, 2% of people that actually have family that are entrepreneurs, that actually, you are lucky one that got to be able to get born into, this entrepreneur type of spirit, this entrepreneur type of lifestyle. So, if you were subject to being born into this entrepreneur type of lifestyle, this entrepreneur type of way of life, then, you're a lucky one, right? You're just a lucky one. And those of you that haven't had that opportunity, not that you're not lucky, it's just gonna take you a little bit more time to basically go through the barriers. Now, some of the barriers are basically as such. Barriers could be, say for instance, transitioning from working a 9 to 5 to basically working for yourself. That's a huge barrier. Barriers are telling your friends and your family that you're gonna start your own business, and that's another barrier. Figuring out financially, how are you gonna be able to take care of yourself and be able to start this business and to be able to live until it becomes profitable or starting to make enough money to pay for the bills. That's another barrier, right? So you might be thinking, well, I need an investment or I need an investor. So if you don't have good credit, right, and you don't have like paid off car, paid off bike, paid off house, where you can take that paid off item, use that item as collateral to be able to feed that basically brainchild, or say for instance that company, that tech startup, that that new app, that new whatever product, service, whatever you want to do as basically an entrepreneur and having your own business. So basically, there's barriers that you have to understand that are there that are not going to facilitate and help and support you. Like, I'll give you another example. Even the government, has, basically different programs, but it's not like you go get a business degree from the city of Dublin and then you get a packet in the mail and it says, oh, for loans, apply here, for coaching, go to this website, for support with basically, breaking through these barriers, go here and go there. It's not like that, right? The system's not set up intricately. The system's set up very poorly, right? And it's because the lack there of knowledge from basically individuals that are in the corporate level, that things aren't just not connecting right now. I'm not gonna get into politics and what's going on with that, because that's a whole nother subject. Because, you know, government, politics, what's happening right now, the sun's on my face, oh my God, can't see, is just, it's ridiculous. There's a lot of things happening right now that I don't need to get into, but it's very upsetting to me, because when I started my entrepreneur journey, you know, I had to be like, man, I'm not at work. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't feel right because I'm not at work. Now, I should not feel right because I'm at home trying to start my own business, trying to do something for myself. But you have to break through these barriers. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's interesting. And you know, the government didn't tell me about taxes and payroll and workman's comp and everything else, right? So another piece of the puzzle, as far as, you know, breaking through barriers, is you can go to school, right? And school can help you through these barriers to a certain extent. It can help you with accounting, and can help you with, you know, basically, you know, how to start a business. And you can take, you know, basically classes on basically a business degree. But to be honest with you, a business degree is great and all, but look at Steve Jobs and some of the greats. They didn't do any of that, right? They basically did what they needed to do to basically put emphasis on the fact that, you know, let's go into the trenches and let's just go and just do this, right? Get mentors, talk to like-minded people, talk to people that already had businesses, you know, or learn business as basically they went and they grew and they went through the process. So yeah, you could go to business school, and then basically you're gonna have to have, you know, the money to pay for it. So if you don't have the family members that have money, or if you don't get basically the scholarship, or if you don't get the final financial aid, you're not gonna be able to go to college then to be able to start your own business. And then that takes 4 years, right? So 4 years to go to college, right? And I could have went to college myself, right? So let's look at this here. So it took me about 4 years to really start getting it. Now I'm at 7 years, and the past 3 years, no shit, no bullshit, have been the best like, you know, best part of my career. And so basically that means that you'll go 4 years into school, and then you'll need at least 2. I would say you need at least 2 years to start the transition phase of not working a 9 to 5 and start getting used to basically starting your own business and finding the right people and everything else, right? So it's hard. It is not easy. Now, this isn't to discourage you. This is to put things in perspective for you, that you have to mentally prepare yourself. And that means mentally, physically, emotionally, you gotta be ready if you're going to be successful in the business world, right? Weak people aren't going to basically be able to make it. It's like this, you know what I'm saying? Like the closed mouth don't get fed, that type of concept. Remember, people talk about that? That's a saying. It's the same thing with entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? If you have something that you want to basically prove to people, and you want to basically be this entrepreneur and be successful in everything else, you're going to have to go through these barriers to put emphasis on, to be able to enlighten other individuals, or to have other individuals believe in you enough to buy your product or service, or whatever the case may be. So that's another barrier, is making sure that you're basically, you know, mentally prepared, and you hold yourself to a higher level of basically accountability and stature and, you know, professionalism, to wow people, to give people that wow factor, to make them believe that they basically want to buy into your product, your service, or whatever the case may be. So I just got to the gym. I'm on an 8-week challenge. I'm gonna go get this done. Training for bodybuilding. Norman Lloyd Kinsey III signing out. If you want to find out more about me, you can Google search me. This is a YouTube video. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and everywhere. So Norman Lloyd Kinsey III, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can do it, but be ready to go through the trials and tribulations, and be ready to go through those barriers, because each time you go through a barrier, you're gonna get a little bit more successful and a little bit more successful, and the barriers get more complicated and more intricate, and there's more that comes as you grow, and I'm going through that right now, so that's why I did this video. I only put videos out there that basically of topics and of things that I've went through personally, to enlighten others and to give back. Thanks for your time, and make it a fantastic day.